Welcome to Utopia, please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great.
Just as long as we've already let it through our gates.
This is our dreamland, this is Utopia, yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. It's where we discuss the little things and make them better for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. You've got a penny,
We'll kick it out for ya.
it's a wonderful and magical and positively colourful. It's our cheeky show, by now you know.
The Utopia Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project, a cheeky little show where we chew the fat and discuss all these little things in life and decide whether or not they're part of our hypothetical utopia. I'm Chunky T, and I'm joined each and every week by the man who is a little poorly little bunny. It's Jack Magic!
I'm poorly sick, mate.
You look like you're asleep.
Just in case nobody knew, you have to. It's the thing that happens when you get a cold, isn't it? You have to mention it to everyone.
Yeah.
And put on your poorliest voice ever. And yeah, just tell everyone how poorly sick you are.
Yeah, you are, mate. Can you turn your mic up just a slight little bit? Because I think you're a little bit quiet. I know before the show I told you.
Is that a bit better? Is that
That's
all right?
spot on, mate, now, I think.
That do you?
Yeah.
That do you, mate, will it?
Yeah, I feel your pain, mate. I am full of lurgy, so apologies to anybody who is watching. There's going to be a lot of coughs and splutters and all that.
A lot of coughs and splutters.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my pet peeve this week.
What's your pet peeve? What could it be? What could
I wonder.
What could it be?
It's people who like iPhones. No, I'm joking. It's the common cold. Does my fucking nothing. It's just horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Why is there not like a cure for it already? Like...
Yeah, but it's the main thing that annoys me is you're not like it's never like you're ill to the point when you can't do anything. It's just you're always just ill enough to be able to just about function. And
yeah, but you don't want to be functioning.
But you don't want to be functioning. Like this morning, I got up. Honestly, I felt like I'd been hit by a fucking bus.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, let's go to work. Because I was like, we're short-staffed anyway because other people are also been struck down with the yearly death.
Yeah.
So they're off work. And like, I don't know why. I always just feel obliged to go in and like help. I'm a team player. Like I go in and do what I can. And because all I could think of was like, I always feel guilty like over calling in sick. I count on one hand how many days I've had off sick, and most of the days I've had actually off sick are like I've been forced to do because it's like unless I'm completely incapable of doing something, I'm like I give it my best.
Yeah.
Like the one time one of the times I had off sick in my previous job was because I tore a ligament in my ankle and couldn't physically walk. I was like, I can't. I was a store lad at the time. I was like, there's no possible way I can do my job without just causing me a lot of damage. So I can't. I'm gonna have to call in sick.
Yeah.
So I called in sick, and the rest of it, I'm like, I woke up this morning. I was like, it's nothing a coffee, a lemsip, and a fucking can of Monster can't fix.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
For me, like, I mean, I was really happy. Like, obviously, I imagine most people who are watching are probably people who know us anyway. We was out for our club, like, Christmas do on that day.
Yeah.
I mean, I apologise to anybody. Are you all right there, mate?
Yeah. Just ignore me. Carry on.
I apologise to anybody that either saw me out or whatever that obviously wasn't with me, with us, because for the first time ever in my life, I was like such a weird drunk because when you have that like scratchy throat and you're all tomorrow you're gonna be ill, you're getting that sort of rundown. Ooh, that kicked in for me about half an hour into the meal, and
oh wow!
And then obviously I was like, well, I know I'll solve this. copious amounts of rum. That'll solve it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
obviously we did that, and then by the time we got to the cubes, I was weird drunk. Like I was excited and drunk and like all up for it, but also my body was going, just die. Just fucking die.
Just go home and stop this nonsense.
Yeah. There was many a time where I was like full double vision. Like I'm like I am so drunk. I am ridiculously drunk. And I think I see a couple of people in there. Obviously, with it being Christmas, like everybody's out that you haven't seen for years and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I see someone, and I think it was a client, who was like, "Chung, you're right." And I just went, "I don't know who the fuck you are."
Oh wow!
And I still don't know who they are.
Oh wow!
I didn't get a message or anything, but yeah. So that was a thing.
Well, if you saw Chunk on Saturday night and he said that to you, he apologises.
Yeah, I do apologise. It's one of those like I can never not remember everything, but like. It's only when people say something to me about...
Yeah, when people go, "Oh, do you remember when such and such happened?" You go, "Oh, shit, yeah."
Yeah, but other than that, it's just such a big, hazy blur. Someone on the chat mentioned it. I think it might have been Talon. One thing I forgot about was my full keyboard solo that I did on the next to the stage in Cubes, miming a keyboard. Yeah. Like really into it.
Of all the instruments, a keyboard.
Mate, I'm king of like lip sync, aren't I? You know what I'm like if I've had a drink.
Well, I suppose,
I'm fucking all over it. But yeah, I had it in my head that I was committing to playing the keyboard for the whole of a song. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
I can't remember what song it was, but yeah.
Oh wow. Well, the sounds of it though, a lot of us in the club that went out that night have all ended up ill.
Yeah, so it's either come from me, either I've been patient zero, or it was just brewing anyway.
I think it's just there. It ever so cold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's like it's always been like it always seems to happen this time of year when there's been a sudden change in weather.
Yeah.
Because it's gone from relatively mild, really, and it just a bit like oh, it's chilly, to literally woke up one morning and was like, "Fuck me, we live in the Arctic now."
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, it's a new low for the podcast when we're talking about the weather, but it ain't fucking cold.
It's fucking freezing, isn't it? And I hate being cold. Yeah. I absolutely detest it.
I saw.
Just jumping in the chat quick because I remember it as well. Sharpie trying to do the
dirty dancing.
I think it was Carl convinced you to do it. You was both dancing, and Carl was like, "Chug." And he was like, "Oh yeah," and just dived at Chris because clearly that was the logical solution. Yeah. With all due respect, the portly gentleman to dive at the really skinny bloke.
Yeah. Oh, don't let me say that.
No, don't call him skinny. He doesn't like being called skinny. The less portly gentleman. The stocky bloke. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sharpie's strong, but that's a challenge.
Yeah. Well, just to use the soundboard, I ran up to him and it was like, "I had the time of my life," and he went to lift me, and then it was.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
There's a picture of him like horribly trying to lift me up, and I'm just like crunched over the top of him, and he's killed over like a shrimp, just going, "Please, I can do this." But also, I think it was Courtney at the shop said, she's like, "I don't know what it is about you two when you get together. Whenever you two get together, you just bring out more of a menace in each other." And I'm like, "Yeah."
In both of you, though, yeah.
That's what we do.
It's not like one person egging the other on. It's both of you egging each other on.
We're just silly little boys.
Yeah. I had a really strange experience because I walked home with our mate Chris. They're one of the club I do is out.
Yeah.
And it's ever so strange because obviously the night come to an end. I was like, "Right, Chris, you're wrecked. You're not getting home. You come home with me, sleep in the spare room. I'll take you home tomorrow." It's like, "All right, cool, we're going home then." And he was like a bit menace drunk. And then we started walking home because I detest paying the absolutely fucking extortionate amount it costs for a taxi these days.
Yeah.
And
says the man with like so much ridiculous amount of like extra income. Right.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. I got a good prize this week. I saved my money and walked miles home from town so that I can buy you lot gifts. That's what I do. But yeah, we was walking home through like the middle of the Bailgate, like up near the cathedral. So it's quite a not a high-end place of the city, but a relatively nice area of the city. I was walking home. Granted, it was like 3:30 in the morning. But we was just walking along, and there's no one about anywhere, and then this bloke in a Land Rover just turns up, puts the window down, and goes, "Hey boys, want any bags?" I was like, "I'm all right, thank you, mate." And he's like, "Well, do you want anything else? Crack, I got it." I was like, "No, I'm good. I know, I'm just rolling a cig, mate. Like, thanks anyway."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No worries, let me know," and just drove off. I was like, I've got a limited experience with drug dealing, but that's just weird.
A limited experience with drug dealing? You mean zero experience with drug dealing?
Well,
just to be clear for anyone who's watching, you have never dealt one drug.
You know what I'm like. I just love doing bits. One weekend I fancy I'm going to deal some drugs this weekend. I deal a few of the drugs, and then that's it. It's me done. You know how I get.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just such a strange experience how he just went, "Yeah, do you want this?" And we was like, "No, all right, thank you.
No, thank you."
It was such a polite exchange. He's like, "All right, well, let me know," and just drove off.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Scare? What just happened?" It's just where it's like, he offered us crack, and I was like, I've never been walking home and just, I could really do some crack.
Well, they do.
Really fancy. Has anyone here got some crack?
They do say it's
I
pretty,
could really do with
Moorish, mate, isn't it? So
it was apparently so.
Yeah.
That's what all my clients tell me anyway.
Yeah. You don't get high on your own supply, mate, do you?
Yeah, no. But yeah, just a weird experience. And then just got home. Weirdly, I appeared more drunk when I got home than I did when I left, but I was drinking moonshine, so
you was drinking on the way home, weren't you?
Yeah, I've still got some here because I came in here for a cig afterwards.
Have a swally, mate. I'll perk you up.
It might sort me out, actually, might it? That is cold. That is.
That is cold.
That is
it won't be when it
really
gets
cold.
into your tum-tum, mate.
Oh, that has been. It's really nice moonshine
Have
as
a go
well.
on it, mate. Have a go.
Get
Have
ready. Get ready for the live alcohol. I don't do drugs, but let's drink out this hip flask that's been here for a week.
There you go. Bottoms up. Speaking of taxis, so my experience was a strange one because I went to get a taxi because I got to the point where I was that drunk, like I say, I could hardly speak, could hardly fucking see. I was like, I'll get some water, maybe that'll sort me out. I had like 2 bottles of water in cubes, and I was like, it still ain't working. Right, I'm going to go Mackey's, get some food, get a taxi, go home. And our mate Pete was like, well, you're not fucking going on your own because you're hammered. I'm like, I'll be all right. And I'm glad he came because I wasn't all right. Went and I got 2 Big Macs, fucking smashed fuck out of them. Went and waited for a taxi, and then just decided, well, I feel alright now, so let's go back.
Yeah,
and Pete went,
I knew something wasn't right when like I just happened to be chatting away, and then I turned around and you just went, "I'm gonna go home now," and just left. Yeah. I was like, "All right, bye."
That was it. I just went, you know, when you like I say, my body most of the night was screaming out saying, "Let me fucking die."
Yeah.
And then eventually,
but you did that. You vanished, and then about 20 minutes later, I went out for a fag again, and you were just out there talking to someone. I remember seeing the tattoo on the back of your head, and I was like, "That's Chunk. I thought he was going home." I walked home and went, "I thought you was going home," and you just went, "Yeah, it turns out Big Mac made me better."
And then I had to get the reprobate that is permanent Sharpie back.
Yes, he was not very well, was he?
He was poorly. He was a poorly little boy.
He was poorly sick.
Yeah. What was good is obviously we've got some new members or newish members in the club that haven't really been on a night out with us. And for those that haven't watched before, Sharpie, who's obviously part of the show, he isn't here at the minute. He's diabetic as fuck and has an insulin pump and all that. That's
a medical term, that is.
But we're obviously quite used to it. We've known him for years and we've dealt with him on nights out, and often it's quite high and this, that and the other. He's always been a bit of a reprobate with it, but that everyone who was new in the club who was like, oh, we've got to help Sharpie keep on top of his sugars and stuff, they were like, it's 12.9, it's really fucking high, it's really high. And it's like supposed to be between like 4 and 7, I think is like the optimal thing. And we was like, lads, rookie numbers, don't worry, 12.9 is good. That is good. Usually it just says don't know, a lot.
It just says
a lot.
When it says high, we've got a problem.
But yeah.
But that was. I remember. Never forget. I'll remember that actually because I can't remember who it was. But someone turned around and went, "Fucking hell, it's 12.5. Get some insulin in." And I went, "Fuck, that's really good. It's sharp, isn't it? Well done."
Yeah. We were impressed.
I was like, "Oh no, that's fine."
Yeah,
no.
That's really good for a night out.
I was like, when it starts going above like the high teens, that's when we start to do something about it.
He was his own worst enemy because in Vice & Co, shout out Vice & Co,
they was fucking amazing for having us up, boy.
He had, was it 3 triple Baileys, just neat triple Baileys? And I saw him yesterday, actually, he came to the studio and helped me out. And I said to him, I said, well, then Baileys won't have helped, mate, at all. Like, you was drinking, like, some chartreuse fucking cocktails before and all that. I said, but then Baileys, he thought Baileys was like, I don't know, like, almost like a chocolate milkshake with a hint of alcohol. And that's why he was buying triples, because he was like, well, this is just a breather,
just
essentially.
Like a liqueur.
Yeah, this is like, you know, a 0.1% fucking alcohol rate or whatever. And he's like, I'll have a triple. I'm like, no, mate, it's like a drink. It's a proper drink. Like,
it didn't help that, like, obviously it's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like tippled, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, or you have a bit in a coffee, or you have a glass of it and you just sip it and have it nice throughout the day. They're just nice and warming. No, he had triple Baileys, 3 of them, and essentially just shotted them.
Yeah.
I watched him do one of them. He did a triple Baileys. He did in like, I'd say it wasn't quite 2, but it wasn't quite 1. So I'd say it's like 1 and a quarter mouthful.
Yeah.
He did like a big mouthful and then just finished the last dribble.
And that was in a short amount of time. I mean, that was just the Baileys. And then obviously we'd sorted out with Cubes, again, shout out Cubes, and we'd like booked, like they'd done us a deal on a bottle of 2 bottles of rum and this, that and the other, and sorted us a booth out and stuff. And it was 3 bottles of Kraken and a bottle of, well, Kraken, like, it was a Dead Man's Finger.
It was Dead Man's Finger, coconut, I think it was.
No, it was
really
raspberry
nice.
cream, was it? Something like
Tasty. Probably. I don't know. I was pissed, and it tasted good.
But that lasted us, and there was only 10 or 11 of us. That was gone in an hour. All 4 bottles were gone in an hour.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we was pouring half and half, so we was all fucking wrecked.
It was that strong. Other Chris, not podcast Chris. Someone made him a drink. He said he had 1 mouthful of it and then had to try not to be sick because he thought he was going to be instantly sick. It was that strong.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't notice because I'm terrible.
Even he was like, I might as well have just been drinking Kraken straight out of the bottle.
Yeah. Like, Kraken with a hint of Coke.
Yeah. It's Coke flavoured Kraken.
But all in all, it was a good night. I enjoyed myself.
I had a fucking marvellous night. I thought it was brilliant.
And I didn't really spend that much because we'd prepaid for a lot of it. So
yeah, the walk home was good. Got my steps in.
Yeah. Well, I got a free lift home because Callum's missus came and got shout out Kaylee. What?
You say free lift? That somehow that lift cost me money.
How?
Because there was no taxi on this fucking planet that would take him. And
just for the record, he was sick everywhere. I don't think we actually mentioned that, did we? He was sick everywhere and outside.
Yeah.
And
bear in mind, the first time he was sick was he actually went from outside to inside to be sick.
Yeah, that was good of him.
Because he was outside with Carl and Tal, and he went, no, I'm all right, I want to go in. They took him in, he sat down and threw up all over the booth.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like,
and then he went outside and threw up again. Yeah. What was I saying?
Lift home.
But there was not a taxi on this fucking planet that would take him.
No,
I couldn't get through to Amy. I couldn't get through to Mark. I tried a couple of things. It was like 2:30 in the morning, so I wasn't expecting them people to be awake. But I just thought, on the off chance, I'll see what I can do. and then Cal rung his other half and was like, I'll ring her, she's going to have to come help us out. And I was like, if it helps, tell her I'll give her some money. And so that lift cost me a tenner.
Oh, thanks for the lift home then, mate. It's a good job you didn't get a taxi, mate. Really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to walk my poor self home up steep hill.
Well, in fairness, mate, I mean, it's a lifelong story of me and you. I will always somehow manage to con you out of money. So,
exactly. So I paid for your lift home, you cunt.
Thanks, mate. But to be fair, I had to carry Sharpie up his stairs at home and put him into bed and undress him and hold the sick bowl and rub his back like a little fucking child while he was sick. So I had to ring his mum and be like, "Hello, Maxine, you okay?" And she's like, "Hello, Chunk." And I was like, we got Christian in the car. He's on the way back now. His blood sugars are about 12.9. I don't think he's a diabetes issues. I think he's just really fucking hammered as usual. She's like, "No worries, I'll get the sick bowl. I'll see you in a minute. Thanks for ringing." And then we knocked one of her pictures off the wall as well, trying to get him up the stairs, which was a nightmare. I tried to drunkenly put it back together and nearly cut my hands to bits on the glass, but I was like, I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry, Max. And then I thought the next day, well, that's one broken photo. I've brought your drunk son home, and Callum, just for the record. But I was like, I've dragged him all the way here when I tried to go home an hour and a half ago, and granted I got tricked by a Big Mac, but I didn't. I came back to do some more partying. And luckily I got a lift home afterwards. So I was like, thanks.
So really, it saved you a tax. You went to get a Big Mac and go home, and instead you got a lift home that I paid for.
Yeah, tad up.
Yeah,
tad, mate.
Tad up.
Yeah. Well, I saw Sharpie yesterday, and one thing he said that his mum was laughing at was the fact that when he was sick at home, he was just kept pointing at it and going, "That looks like an organ. That looks like an organ."
Wow.
It was interesting sick. I did offer Tal when he was sick on the floor. I said to Tal, "Do you not want to eat that mac and cheese, or do I get it?" And he was literally like,
"Are you going to eat that?"
Just like, whoo, whoo. Like, stop it.
Wow.
So,
we've got a lot of people in the chat.
Yeah.
We've got 13 watchers. Yeah. So hello to everyone in the chat. Should we actually get on with what we're doing? A lot of waffling this week, aren't we?
Yeah, well, because we're poorly and delirious. Right, I'll go on the screen share, Jack. Do you want to shout them out on... Oh, no, that's not right. Hold on a minute. Go on, that one. There we go.
There we go.
So, if you haven't watched before, basically, what we're doing at the minute, because Sharpie's not here and this, that and the other, we've got some pre-recorded episodes, so we will be running them short in a second. But throughout the episode, if you get involved in the chat, we will put your name on this wheel, and you'll be entered into a prize draw that we'll do at the end of the episode. So, just say hello. What we would really appreciate is you subscribing to the channel on YouTube, following us on Twitch, or subscribe, whichever one it is on there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. Share the feeds that you're watching on and all that. And tell your mates. We're nearly at 100 subs on YouTube, and we want to kind of hit that before New Year. So we've got 2 more episodes. One's a big one, and one's similar to this. But yeah, we really appreciate all the support. So if you want to shout them out, Jack, and say hello to them in the chat.
We've got Carl Richardson first on the chat.
Yeah.
We've got Talon Bulls. I spotted you, Jack, but I didn't respond to it.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't watched before, Jack gets distracted very easily by the chat. So put any box in there, he will just shut down.
Bounty Bound was in there, but we'll skip him this week purely because he won last week.
What did he win, Jack? What did he win?
He won a mug of Jeffrey Dahmer that says, "Did somebody say just eat?" on it.
Who else we got?
Which he's still waiting for. I know, Bounty, before you pester me in the chat. Jess Richardson on YouTube, hello.
Yeah.
Angie Warden, which is ANJI Warden.
No, Angie, she's one of the shop super fans and clients. Hello, Angie.
What do we got? That's Carl and Tal just being stupid. Jess Louise on Facebook, which I'm not sure is Jess Richardson, but we'll find out.
If you want to find a loophole, mate, go for it.
Exactly. That's Tal and Carl still talking. Lee Burstow. Hello, Lee.
Yeah.
Hannah Brumpton. Hello.
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 Yeah.
And Fiona Burstow. The Burstow's getting on in there every week consistently.
Yeah,
I like it. Thank you very much for your dedication.
Yeah, we do very much.
To be fair, same to everyone else. Tal, Carl, thank you.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
It's always good to have a few watchers and whatnot.
Oh, and late entry quick, Amy Burstow.
Amy Burstow.
I thought you were supposed to be walking the dog. Unless she must have got back. She said she's off to walk the dog anyway. So.
Do as you're told.
Unless she's listening while she's walking. Multitasking, I like it.
Right. Should we just run the episode and then come back
In the
to
episode,
it?
we've got plenty of people there, but still, get involved in the chat. We'll add you to the wheel, and then at the end of the episode, obviously, come back here and we'll
win a piece of shit.
We'll spin the wheel and win you a prize. It's another good prize this week as well, so hopefully you'll enjoy it.
Okie dokie. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I won't bang on anymore. There's nothing more we need to add, is there?
Yeah.
Just
No
obviously,
worries.
we'll be in the chat. We won't be live on the episode. This is a good one, actually.
Yeah.
This is a good one. It is. Yeah. It's film and TV. So
Film and TV.
it's actually
cool.
quite enjoyable.
Is there a game on this one?
Yeah, it's top 11. So get involved in the chat and let
Top
us know.
11.
Let us know your
get
higher
involved
and
in the chat with top
lower
11.
and
See
all
what you
that.
think.
Okie dokie. Right. So this is season 4, episode 9, the penultimate episode of the season. See you in a bit.
This is
Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project, a cheeky little show where we chew the fat and discuss all those little things in life and decide whether or not they're part of our hypothetical utopia. My name is Chunky T and I'm joined each and every show by the man that has never seen a single Star Wars film. It's Jack Magic!
I've seen all of them, actually.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
See the covers of them, maybe?
No, I know all about the Chewbacca.
The Chewbacca.
Yeah.
The Chewbacca
Yeah.
Chronicles.
He always eats the amber leaf, doesn't he?
You fucking idiot. Are you alright, mate?
Not bad, are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Good.
I'm also joined by the man that has seen every single porn film. It's Permanent Choppy.
Every single one, mate.
I heard you've completed Pornhub.
I was going to say
They're all
that's
the
exactly
fucking
what I
the
was gonna
same, mate.
Yeah.
Because once you've seen all the bits of an anatomy, it's all the same, isn't it?
say. Yeah, things in holes.
Things and bits.
Things in
Did they ever
oils.
fix the sink, or?
What? Well, they never get that far, do they? Because they're not fucking about. I would love to, see a porn film where it's just there's no porn. Come and fix
Man
your
fix
sink.
his
There
fence.
you go, mate. Sorted. I'll send you the invoice. See you in a bit. Thanks. Be alright, that.
All right, you doing all right there, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good. On the beers for this episode, mate. Not even the
Beers.
finale.
I'm crazy.
Crazy. Fuck dubbies.
Yeah, fuck with BTs.
To deal with all the stress from last episode. And
Yeah, all the episodes stressed me. Ever since Biggleswade came in, it makes me nervous. Can't deal with him.
No.
Well, I've got news for you, Sharp. We've got a special guest on this episode.
No, he's not coming back.
Right, we got a sponsor.
Well, we do, actually.
Yeah, we've got a sponsor.
Nice little sponsor.
Right, take it away.
Right. The Utopia Project is sponsored by Looney Spoons. Have you ever watched Looney Tunes and thought, what if all the characters were spoons? Me too. Cheers.
That's it. What?
Is that it?
You ever thought, what if all the characters... You ever seen Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know all the different
Bugs
characters.
Bunny,
Yeah, all them.
Yeah.
What if it was like Spoon Bunny and what's another one?
Porky Pig, I think.
Porky Pig, Speedy Pig. If they're just all spoon, it's nice cutlery. That'd be a bit different, wouldn't it?
Forky Pig.
Porky
Pig.
Getting a bit funny now, isn't it?
Taking a piss, Junk.
Yeah, it's not going to be called Looney Forks, is it?
Looney
Cutlery.
I've seen that porn film.
Looney kitchen drawer.
Yeah.
No, Looney Spoons, mate. You just I'll just put the idea out there. Can you imagine it in your head? It's quite nice.
Just a concept, not a sponsor or a physical product.
No, but they're trying to go on Kickstarter.
Trying to go Kickstarter.
They come to speak to me, they messaged me and said, do you want to have a go? And I was like, oh, dude, I'll help you if you want.
These get worse, don't they?
Yeah, well, you can tell the prep was he was running out of ideas.
Yeah.
That is a solid idea that someone brought to me.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's that then. I've got a pet peeve.
What you got?
Obviously, we said we were going to do like film ideas and stuff. Do you know what my biggest pet peeve in the film world is?
What's that?
When they wake up and it's all a dream.
What a waste of a film.
Why have you wasted my fucking life?
See, I wasn't.
Fuck off.
I wasn't bothered about that until you brought it up, and you're
Yeah.
like,
You
that
know
means the whole of the film is pointless.
You know
Yeah.
what I find funny about it is weird because I hate that as well. It's frustrating, but most of the films that they come from anyway, they're all fictional. So none of it actually ever happened. Yet we still get frustrated that it never pretend happened in the first place.
Or you get well into it, and you're like, what the fuck?
All a dream. No, I'm gutted that never happened. It's like, well, it's a film. Grow up.
No, well, I mean, I concede to that a little bit. But
I still understand the frustration.
Just like, I think is it Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah.
Like, he does loads of shit and whatever, and then he's like, nah, he's just basically because he just woke up, he's just dreaming it. He like, mate,
I suppose.
fuck off.
It's supposed to be
like, I mean, I hate generally people's dreams, and if I tell anyone about my dream, it's just like I had a really weird dream, shook me up or whatever, or was odd. And like, that's it. When people go, and then this happened, and then this happened, it didn't. It didn't at all.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
maybe
no.
that's what it is though, because at the end of the day, dreams are pretty mad anyway. All your dreams are going to be fucking mental. So when you see a film, it's a depiction of mental shit that actually happens. But when it's like, oh, it's just a dream, it's like, well, I had that last night.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to, I watched that when I was asleep. So, and it was better than that film.
I don't mind if like when they have like daydream flashbacks or where it sort of adds to a story and a bit of fun or whatever.
Yeah.
But not the whole thing.
It is weird as well, like just how people get into films, myself included. Like you get well into it. Like obviously we've been watching like Walking Dead as well recently, haven't we? And like I found myself now like arguing with myself because I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Last week, like there was a couple of walkers and they killed them, and this week a couple of walkers turned up and that massive tiger got killed by them. Yeah. Spoiler alert: Shiva dies. Should have watched it. And I'm just like, well, that ain't fucking real, is it? There's no continuation there. And then I'm like, oh, I remember, like,
none of it is real.
It's not a documentary.
Yeah, but then it's also, I mean, kind of like where Star Wars is like kind of picking apart some of the rules of the film is part of the fun of being a fan of it. That's the Star Wars culture of going, well, no, because that breaks the rules or whatever, and this and that. However, there's some things like Walking Dead or to an extent the Marvel stuff, and like certain things where you're like, no, there has to be rules in this world for it to.
It's like one of my
plausible. Do you know what I mean?
One of my favourite films of all time, Interstellar. Yeah, that's all based on real concepts.
Yeah,
and it's all like scientifically potentially true. Yeah, and it's just a fucking insane film. Yeah, and stuff like that. But then, like you say,
if they woke up at the end of it and went, oh, it's just a dream. He was at home. Like he's not like I haven't seen Interstellar. Is he an astronaut or whatever? But if they won't, whatever. He just works at the fucking co-op. Yeah, and he just dreamt that last night. And you're like, fuck off then.
Yeah, so I'll not ruin it because obviously.
Oh, it was ruined Walking Dead. Ruin it.
No, because you may watch it, but at the end of it, it's kind of like I can't tell if it's worse than it was just a dream because there's a bit of a twist at the end.
No, it's not worse. It's very clever.
You know what I mean, don't you? But you're very like, oh shit. Yeah, and then like the whole film makes sense.
Yeah.
But it is very, very similar to it, and it was all a dream.
If it's simulation or something like that, was it? Maybe.
No.
But
You'll have to watch
something
it
like
and
The
find out.
Matrix. Technically, The Matrix is a dream, but that's what makes the story. That's not.
Yeah.
And the things that happen in The Matrix do happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah, you
it's
can
just a
sort of die
waste
in The
of.
Matrix,
And I think
yeah.
it's just shit writing.
Yeah.
Generally, of like, oh right, how are we gonna finish it? Oh, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
Like, no, put some fucking effort in.
It's just an easy
Like,
answer, isn't it?
With Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it's the fact he scarfed school, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So at the end of the film, I'm like, how can we make it plausible? Is that well, it's just scarf school? Why does it have to be? Well, it couldn't have scarf school, so you have to make it. It was a dream because we can't figure out how to end the film. Well,
I would prefer he got shot in the head or something. Do you know what I mean?
fucking Ferris Bueller.
But yeah, it just fucking frustrates me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Walking Dead, right? I'm at the last season now, and to be honest, it's a slog now.
Yeah,
I watch it because I'm this far into it. I know it's the last season.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
just
much. I've signed off.
You just feel obliged
I'm
to
just
watch
like, yeah,
it.
every Monday I'll sit down for an hour and force myself to go through this.
Yeah.
I will be fucking fuming to the point of rioting and maybe burning my own house down.
If it's a shit ending.
Rick hadn't even come out of his coma, and it's just all of him dreaming.
This is all
He
pretend.
just woke up in the hospital. If they do that, mate, I'm killing some bastards.
Yeah.
Because that's years of my life. That's not just a couple of hours watching Ferris Bueller. That is years of dedication.
One thing I would recommend to watch is a series. It's only about 6 or 8 episodes called Behind Her Eyes.
Right.
I think it's on Netflix or something. But that is it's a testament to how into it you will get.
Yeah.
Because then by the end of it, it finishes on like a little bit of a kind of cliffhanger, but you know some stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
And you know what the cliffhanger then means, and you're like, it almost mentally scarred me and Amy for quite a while.
Yeah.
To the point where Amy went out the next day and saw a well and just sent me. It only makes sense until you've watched it, but she just sent me a picture of the well and was like, fuck this. And I was just like, get out of there.
Yeah.
well.
like I say, I'm happy for it to be incorporated into things, and because I think there is films out there where people can do stuff with like dreams and this, that, and the other that sort of works.
Yeah.
And you can be tied in, but don't just waste my time.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. Whether it's fictional or not, it didn't happen.
Yeah, just had a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bin that.
Get it binned?
Bin it.
Fuck off.
And if anyone has a dream,
Why should people have dreams?
you dream, you die.
That's
I
Utopia.
don't know about that.
You die in your dream, you die in real life.
Who Freddy Krueger?
It's time for top 11. Is it higher or lower? It's time for top 11. Is it a grower or a shower? It's time for top 11. Do you think you're in the know? It's time for top 11. Let's go.
So it's time for top 11, the last top 11 of the season.
Yeah.
Season 2 be jolly. So basically it's play your cards right, higher or lower on the board. We pull one out and then go from there. Basically, you get a point for getting it right, or if you get it wrong, then the point goes to the opponent.
Correct.
This week we are doing highest grossing films of all time.
Ooh.
Yes, I think we might have technically done this before, but this is like an updated list.
Yeah.
Sure,
As
I've known
of-
the answer for that.
I did the prep for this 2 days ago. So yeah.
Shall I go first this time?
Yeah, you want to pull one out and see where you were starting, boys?
I'll pull out 2 and I'll open one first. Then I go in it. So this one first, which is Spider-Man No Way Home 2021.
Yeah. That's your starting point.
And the one that I'm picking is Titanic 1997.
Oh, that's an hard one, that, isn't it?
Ooh. That's the opposite ends of the era, isn't it?
both
What is it?
big
Top
hits,
grossing films?
Yeah.
Both big hitters.
I think Spider-Man
It's higher.
is higher.
Yeah.
I think it is. isn't it?
Yeah. think
Locking it in?
I think more people are invested in the Marvel thing than were in Titanic.
In a boat.
Yeah, I think Titanic long term has become a bigger thing, but at the time was maybe not so much. But is this like opening weekends or is it
of all
time?
Their total grossing.
Actually, you know what? I'm sure.
This is box office grossing, I believe. It's
Yeah.
the opening week, so it's the whole time they were at the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm sure I read somewhere about Spider-Man being highest or higher
It like
than
broke all
something.
records, didn't it?
Yeah, and I'm sure it was Titanic was one of the ones that broke. But I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Spider-Man is higher.
Spider-Man's higher than Titanic?
Yeah. Fuck
Titanic
off.
is higher.
Oh.
The thing is, believe this is including the, like, if it's been put in the cinema again for, like, extended
I think
editions.
it's been out a lot longer,
So
hasn't it?
Titanic's been out
Yeah.
for a while, and it was, like, one of the most expensive films or whatever anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's 1 point to Sharpie. Sharpie, do you want to pull one out, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Higher or lower than Titanic?
Avengers Infinity War 2018.
Avengers.
Avengers.
Do you think so? That was
Infinity
Spider-Man was
War.
the second one, wasn't it?
Infinity War.
No,
yeah, you said
Titanic
that
was the
one.
second one.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that's lower than Titanic, is it?
Titanic we're going
Titanic?
from.
By the Titanic, yeah. Yeah, lower, I'm saying.
Locking it in? Correct.
Yes.
2 points to Sharpie. Might finally win something, Sharpie, eh?
You fucking...
The Lion King 2019.
So that's the live action.
Yeah, that's got to be lower than Avengers because Avengers was
Infinity
fucking
War, though.
huge. Yeah,
Not Endgame, Infinity War.
yeah. I think Infinity War was very big. I think Endgame was even bigger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go, Lion King is lower than Avengers. Yes.
Correct. 1 point to Jack, 2-1 to Sharpie currently. Sharpie, do you want to pull the next one out, mate? Higher or lower than the Lion King?
Avengers Endgame.
Avengers
Wow.
Endgame.
That's,
Higher or lower than
that's-
Infinity War?
Way higher.
that's got to be higher, isn't it?
Way higher.
No, higher than Lion King, sorry.
Yeah.
Higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
Locking it in?
Lock it in.
Correct. 3-1 to Sharpie.
I just pulled out Furious 7.
Yeah, higher or lower than Endgame?
Got to be lower,
what?
surely.
Oh,
them
that
them
car
films
one.
at Fast
Yeah.
and Furious.
I
Them
believe
films,
that's the one that when Paul Walker died, wasn't it?
yeah, I'm
Oh, he did the CGI of him fucking
Yeah,
off the
so
so
car.
I'm
Is
a
that
car
similar?
guy, and them films are a fucking joke now. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, but they're quite
Bear
funny
in
for
mind, though,
some
this
jokes.
is in the top 11 list.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think Furious 7 is lower than
big following on
than
the franchise.
Endgame.
Sure?
Yeah.
Locking it in.
Lock it in.
I don't think there's much higher.
Yeah. No.
Not Furious 7.
Yeah.
Right, that's 3-2 to Sharpie then. Sharpie, do you want to pull one out, baby? Don't really need to shake them. They're mixed up.
Is it Magic Powers? Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Higher or lower than Furious
That's
7?
an interesting one, I don't know.
I'm gonna
Big
say.
following for the Frozen.
I'm gonna say higher.
This is the second one, though, isn't it, as well?
Yeah,
That's it. I think I probably did worse, better than Frozen.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say higher.
Well, I'll put it this way just to make sure Frozen 1 is not on this list.
Oh.
I'll give you that.
I'm going higher.
Going higher than Furious 7?
Is it not higher than Frozen 7?
No. Frozen 7, Furious 1.
Just to
3-3, mate.
confirm, if we use the golden snitch and lose,
You concede.
you lose the whole game.
Yeah.
Right. This changes it. Avatar, I've just got out.
Yeah, Avatar.
Which I think is higher than Frozen 2.
Locking that in?
Yeah, because that was massive when it came out. Yes.
Yeah. Are they making Avatar 2 still?
Still talks
Apparently
of it,
so,
isn't
yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
they've been filming it or what.
there? You'll go,
They've
Sharpie.
It's been a while, hasn't it? The Force Awakens.
Higher or lower than Avatar?
It was the first one.
It was the
out
first
of it.
one after like it finished.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm gonna say high especially because it was the first one after, and everybody was fucking off the tits.
Even I went to see that.
I'm
as
glad
well.
you got that because I would not have no idea.
Yeah. Even I went to see Force Awakens. 'cause I was like,
Avatar
"Fucking
is
Star Wars.
fucking very highly rated, but I gotta say I think this one, because of the following and the sort of
have followed it
universe
for
behind
years.
it, I think this Star Wars is higher.
Higher or lower than Avatar?
Higher.
Lock it in.
It's
It's
not.
lower, mate. It's lower.
It's lower than Avatar.
Yeah. It's
Fucking hell.
5-3 to Jack.
Yeah.
2 more left.
Show me that cup.
Could be that truck in a minute.
So that one's yours, Sharpie. Here comes that. I've got Jurassic World 2015.
Higher or lower than Star Wars Force Awakens?
I think lower.
Think lower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locking that in?
Lock it in. Yeah.
So Jurassic World,
Higher or lower than Jurassic World?
The Avengers Assemble.
Ooh.
First ever Avengers film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say high.
That's a toughie,
Because
really.
it's when it was first coming into it, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
it was obviously it's built up since
Jurassic
then.
World,
but,
though.
Jurassic World's one of
Jurassic
like
World
really-
is again, that's like similar to the Star Wars one, where it's like, it's the first Chris Pratt one, Jurassic World.
It's got a good following, but I don't know if it's just me thinking Jurassic is not as a big cult following around that as there is like Marvel and Star Wars and stuff. So I do think it's probably higher.
Locking it in?
I just broke it, yeah. Is it not?
It's lower.
I win.
So that puts it as a straight 6.
Sharpie, second place
6-3.
again.
I'll throw some things. And you'll be sad about it.
Someone got 6-3, but that doesn't work.
Oh, Jack won.
6-4 it must be.
Yeah.
no,
Just out of curiosity, I
Or
think
7-3. Yeah, what were you looking for your top answers
I
then?
think.
I think Titanic.
I think top answer is Endgame.
No, I think Titanic.
I can have, well, shall I just go through the list?
Yeah, bottom to top again. I'm going Endgame. You're going Titanic. Yeah.
So 11, I won't go through the numbers again.
Yeah.
But they're all above $1 billion.
Yeah.
So number 11 is Frozen 2. 10 is Furious 7. 9 is The Avengers Assemble. 8 is The Lion King. 7 is Jurassic World. 6 is Spider-Man No Way Home.
That was only 6.
Yeah. 5th is Avengers Infinity War. 4th is Star Wars The Force Awakens. 3 is Titanic.
Is it?
2 is Avengers Endgame. And 1, as it has been for a long time, Avatar.
Still
So,
Avatar. I
Avatar's
thought
still-
Endgame beat it.
What?
No, Endgame built it like over a long term because they re-released like an extended cut. So they, I believe the way it works with Endgame is it's technically 2 films. So their total grossing is
from
higher than
Infinity
Avatar.
War
I
and
find
Endgame.
really odd.
But
though.
actual box office for the original film is still yet
What I
to
find
be.
really odd is the
Something like
fact
that, anyway.
Avatar is the top and it's a phenomenal film. However, when that was released, there's no previous universe or storyline or films that people have built up to be like, oh my god, we need to go see that.
Yeah.
That was the first
It's just
one
come
of
out
it.
of nowhere.
Yeah, when
well-
Star Wars and stuff, it's
well-
like people will go because they're like, well, it's
Yeah.
Star Wars. We know
Well,
Star Wars.
Avatar is because that beat the
got the
previous
numbers?
one, which was Titanic, and they were both James Cameron films.
Yeah.
That's why people went to see Avatar because of how well Titanic
Was it?
had
I
done.
didn't know that it
And it
was,
was
yeah.
like James Cameron film, like it'd be
supposed to be
phenomenal,
good.
blah blah blah. Let's go see it. And then obviously, I assume it got a bit of a buzz in the cinema anyway. And then everyone was like, "Go watch it, go watch it, go fucking
Yeah.
watch it." 'Cause it is incredible.
It is,
But
actually, I forget about it. It's
apparently, I can see it on TikTok. The storyline is like almost an exact rip of another film. They did like shit,
Really?
but it's just like the characters and everything are the same. This, that, the other, but it's just like he's just gone. We'll just change
The
it.
thing is, I'll tell you
Yeah.
one fact is that he wanted to apparently release Avatar like 10 years before it came out, but we didn't have the CGI technology
That
to be
doesn't
able to
surprise
do
me.
that.
Yeah.
So the story and everything had been written for ages, but it was only when the technology caught up to make it
Because I was able to do it.
doable. Yeah. But what have you got the numbers for Avatar? Just out of
Avatar
curiosity.
is might be 2 billion, I want to say, but it's 2,847,379,794. Sorry.
And that's in the cinema.
Yeah.
2 billion.
Yeah.
Couple of quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
So at least £5.
Yeah. So it would be 2 and 9 zeros.
And a million is
6.
9.
No, 1,000,006.
Then 6
Is
zeros.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck knows then. A lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
So 6,
So
7,
nearly
7 will be
3
10
billion.
million.
Nearly 3 billion.
Yeah.
8 would be 100 million, so 9 would be a billion, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it? How many billion?
So
2.8 billion. Well, 2.9 billion
fucking crazy, isn't it?
Billion. Fuck
Yeah.
me, man.
dollars, but like,
conversion
No,
rate don't matter when you got that much, does it?
no. But the lowest Frozen 2 was 1.4 billion.
Wow.
Billions, that's a big number.
Yeah. Force Awakens 2 billion. Avengers Endgame isn't far behind Avatar, to be fair. That's 2.8. So it's only, you know, but you say not far behind. 0.1 of a billion is a lot. It's still that's like still 100 million, isn't it?
Wow.
But yeah.
Well,
Sweet.
that was an interesting one.
It was.
Put Sharpie in his second place again.
Oh, I can stab me up.
Utopia Project.
Right, so Thunderdome penultimate episode. We're making it a big one, making it a good one.
Yeah, didn't let me get my earpiece.
It's the penultimate
Oh, you've
episode.
still got your monitors, mate.
What
Right.
does penultimate mean?
Penultimate before the last.
Before the last one.
Yeah.
What's the one before the penultimate?
Penultimate.
The penultimate.
Yeah, because the first one you do is the penultimate.
Also known as the first.
That's just after you. Yeah.
Not second.
But you also have to pick up the penguin.
The second one's known as the fucking Mad Six Fuck.
Yeah.
Episode.
So those who
That's
haven't listened or watched before, in the Thunderdome, I give the boys a category. They give me a character or a person from that field, and we pit them together in a top trump style battle. Decide whether one and decide which one could be welcomed into Utopia and which will be cast into the volcano, or in brackets, shot in the head.
Bang.
So this week we are doing Best Actress.
Yes. Do you want me to go first? Did you go first last time?
You go
What was it?
first this
Sure.
time.
Yeah, me go second again.
Right, and Jack.
Oh, no, one in York. Whenever you're ready.
Okie dokie, Jack. Your time starts now.
She was born in York, England. She attended Mount School in York and studied at the Central School of Speech and Drama. She has performed with the Royal Shakespeare Company, the National Theatre, and at the Old Vic Theatre. She is a 10-time BAFTA winner, including Best Actress in a comedy series in which she appeared with her husband, Michael Williams, and Best Supporting Actress. She received an ACE award for her performance in the television series Star Quality Mr. and Mrs. Edgehill, as in 1985. She was appointed an OBE in 1970, a Dame in 1988, and a member of the member of the Order of the Companions of Honour, whatever the fuck that is, I don't know, in 2005. She was voted Best Actress of All Time in a poll for Sky TV. She was the first woman to portray the 007 series character M, which she did in GoldenEye. Her first stage appearance was a snail in a play at a Quaker junior school. It is Britain's favourite grandma, Judi Dench.
Judy Beans. A big old hit of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say mine. I like
Her
that
first stage appearance was a snail.
Yeah, boy.
I like that random fact.
Dench
one. I wish
the
Judi
snail.
Dench was my grandma.
They did a load of TikTok stuff, didn't they, in lockdown with her
Did
and her
they?
grandson, yeah. And just her learning how TikTok works and doing TikTok dances and shit like that.
Really hope
It's
my nan
it's
doesn't
quite
watch
funny.
this.
Right, so we're going to go through the bits and bobs.
I hope Amy's nan doesn't. I've said that she looks like Elton John.
It always comes back to Elton John, man. I think the
Elton
universe
John
is centred around him.
every episode since he's appered on here. Elton John.
It's a good way to...
Oh, imagine Judi
Like,
Dench
like
fighting
everything.
Elton John. How are you going to grade that strength?
They look a bit similar, except he's ginger.
Yeah.
A bit wider.
Yeah, like,
Are they the same?
probably are. It's
Right,
like,
I
it's
think
like
that'd be a
Jack
good
and
fight,
Sam.
you know.
Judi Dench, appearance. This is a
Appearance.
tricky one. Because I
old now.
believe that she was like a sought-after lady when she was younger in the beginning of her career.
Thing is, as well, like this brings a new dynamic to the appearance thing. 'Cause we always say, "Oh, it's sexy," or is it a good-looking person? But the appearance of Judi Dench as Nana Geddon is a very appealing appearance, because if you that is like the ultimate nan,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So in that
a
sense,
highly sought after nan.
she's
Don't
never-
have sex with her, but I want her as a nan.
premium nan. Yeah.
Premium nan.
She's never really had any
Premium
like.
nan.
She's never had
Only
any like
nans.
scandal or anything. Only nans. She's never really had any sort of scandal or anything, as far as I know, as well. So she's pretty like. She's a bit of a national treasure,
Yeah.
isn't she?
I mean, we might be wrong.
Yeah.
That's why the public can fight us on that. But
we need to have a
I
go
think
at
I
only
could-
nans, mate.
I think I would put her about a 7 or an 8. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say an 8.
Should we go for an 8?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got that in right. Intelligence.
She's quite intelligent. She won loads of fucking awards, so she's clearly
7
quite
or 8
good.
again. I mean, she's like a national fucking treasure, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would say, like you said about the wars and that, would that come with a skill set? How do
Yeah,
we separate
yeah,
that from
probably, yeah.
intelligence specifically?
Yeah, I don't really
I
know.
would say maybe a
Maybe
6.
6 or
just
yeah,
because,
just in
only
the interest
because
of
it's
fairness.
not if we're grading intelligence on sort of science, maths, all that.
Yeah, yeah.
How we would like Elon Musk, the
Yeah.
scientist, sort of thing like that. Probably not like that, but the skill set definitely fucking.
Yeah.
All right. So intelligence 6.
6, yeah.
Skill.
Gotta
So
be like a
that's got to
9.
be an 8 or a 9 then.
She's gone from
Yeah.
playing a snail to being M in 007.
Yeah.
8.5, in the middle.
Yeah, 8
Yeah.
and a half.
There's strength. It's not that strong.
I mean,
think
she's
very
Elton
strong.
John's strength, isn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a 2 inch.
Yeah, she's not going to be as strong as Nana Geddon Elton
Don't
John.
get me wrong,
but-
she'll help you move house. She's
Yeah.
not going to carry the sofa.
No,
but she can
she's
carry food
moral,
boxes,
moral
can't she?
support
Yeah.
mainly,
Yeah,
innit?
make
Like,
the
Yeah.
brews.
yeah.
Yeah, the 2 then.
Yeah.
And then style. I mean,
She just laid.
7 or 8
Swagger,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
M in it from
Yeah.
007.
Yeah.
She's always got nice earrings.
I reckon should we go 8 then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
What was that? Who's laughing at
Nice
the
ears.
earrings?
He's like, nice ears, isn't it? Nice ears.
Nice ears.
Nice nanny
Well,
ears.
that's a grand total of 32.5, which is actually like, it's quite low for a national treasure, isn't it, out of 50, but...
Yeah.
The thing is, any
but
time
you're
it's
losing on strength, aren't you?
thing is, the problem is any time people have been around long enough to become a national treasure, they've also got old. So strength ain't going to be there. It's going to
Yeah.
be Elton John as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elton John as fuck. Right, sweet. Right, so 32.5 to beat Sharpie.
That's
Are you
it.
ready with the timer?
Read it wrong.
Let's go.
Just for FYI, if I lose, I'm not shooting Judi Dench. You go and do it.
I ain't going to do it.
Right, I'll
I
restart.
ain't shooting the line that I want.
I'll restart the timer. There you go, mate.
This English actress, born in Islington, London in 1966, is known for her work among both blockbuster and independent films. She is also known for eccentric fashion and dark aesthetic, which can be seen exasperated in one of her most well-known characters. She was once married to a famous director before he passed in 2014. After that, he was dead, so she's not married to him anymore. She was made a CBE in the 2012 New Year's Honours List for her services to drama. Her list of award nominations could go on and on. She was the recipient of a BAFTA Award, a Critics' Choice Movie Award, and an International Emmy Award and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, as well as receiving a nomination for 2 Academy Awards, 9 Golden Globe Awards, 5 Primetime Emmy Awards. It is everyone's favourite unhinged Death Eater, Bellatrix Lestrange, played by the fantastic Helena Bonham Carter.
Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
strong.
She is great.
Strong and she's a bit fit, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a sexy lady.
I think it's the unhinged.
She's your mate's
so.
mum. Kind of
Yeah.
sexy as well, isn't she? Like, you know, like my mate's mum. Chris.
What? Fuck off. Get some fuck.
Yes, strong hitter. Is she with? Did you say she's with? Is she still with him?
Tim Burton is
Yeah.
dead.
Is he not dead?
Well,
is
that's
he?
why I said she's not with him anymore.
Is Tim
'cause
Burton
he's dead?
dead?
He's dead as fuck.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, he's dead as fuck.
Oh, I'll check that.
Have a look at that.
I'm
gonna Google it.
That's news to me.
Tim Burton died ages ago, 2014. That's why I said she's not with him anymore because he's dead.
Oh. Man, he had films come out.
Well, not his.
Tim Burton is still alive. He's 63 years old.
I was going to say, he's not dead.
Right, hang on a minute.
I'm sure he's working on
He's well dead,
He's
man.
It
not-
says Timothy Walter Burton, born August 25th, 1958. There is
Dead
no.
2014.
I mean,
He's still alive. He's
don't
not
get me
dead.
wrong. He looks dead.
Yeah, he's not well.
No.
He's dead.
Hang on a minute. Got No, right, give me a minute. now.
He's just not with her anymore.
No, he died.
Because his spouse at the minute is Lena Gisecki. Gisecki?
I think I might have made that up.
You have. Yeah, just for the record, Tim Burton is not dead.
Are you sure, though? Because I thought he was really dead.
He's not.
In my head, I was like, that might have been rolled down. No, actually, no, I don't.
Roald Dahl. Right, anyway, let's get to the grading. Jack, get off your phone now.
Yeah, Tim Burton. She broke up with him in 2014.
Was that because he died?
He's dead to her.
He died and she wasn't happy about it, so she broke up with him.
Wow.
Right, okay.
If you're not with Helena Bonham Carter, you're dead as far as I'm concerned.
Because I'm sure I got
He's not. We
Wikipedia.
just checked it.
I'm gonna find this shit. Somebody died, man.
I imagine somebody did. Right,
Oh
appearance.
no, man, she broke up with him, he didn't die.
Found that out all by yourself, mate, didn't you?
Wow.
Right, appearance. What we're rating her?
9.
Gotta be 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8.5.
8.5.
Enough it.
Right, 8.5. Intelligence.
Got pretty intelligent. She's got loads of awards and everything. I suppose
6.
that's more skill in it. 6.5,
Yeah.
7.
6.5. Right, skill.
She's an incredible actor. It's got to be like a 9.
I would agree with that, a 9.
I think your price isn't Judy out of the game, mate. Yeah. Strength.
1.
-4.
0.
Elton John.
And we're giving her an Elton John.
Giving her the
I don't know if she
Let's
is.
release those big money balls.
Let's release those big money balls.
I would probably put her in Elton John's category of a 3 again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she'd be if
Do you reckon
she.
she's stronger than Nanageddon?
I know, but I don't think she is. But I
think she's
think
weak.
I think she'll take on that. I don't think she is angry, but I think she will take on the Bellatrix Lestrange mentalness and go crazy on your ass.
Yeah.
And then you don't need to be strong, do you? Because you're just like, nah,
know, but-
mental.
Yeah.
I get that, but the category is strength still. You can go mental, but you can be a weedy fuck at the same time.
What about 4 then?
We'll go 4
Four's
because
maybe fair.
I think Elton John. If we're judging it on Elton John, which is the thing now,
Yeah,
He's
the
probably
Elton, the Elton scale.
he's done that. Yeah, the Elton scales. He's done too many drugs to be strong.
Yeah.
Style then.
Pretty stylish.
She's got a very like independent sort of style. She's got a hippie thing going on with all like she has all crazy shit in the way when she goes to award
Yeah.
ceremonies.
Yeah, if she does it, like, you know it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A mile off.
I'd say an 8.
So like, I was
8.
gonna go for like 6. So I don't know. Me in the middle of 7.
Meet in the middle at 8.
7.
We'll go at 8.
7.
Okay.
Nice lady.
Right, that gives her a total of 35. So Judi Dench is being shot in the fucking head.
Oh, what's Judi Dench's?
32.5.
Oh, Judi Dench's.
Judy Dench.
I mean, you can do it sharp because I ain't shooting her.
Yeah.
I want her as a man.
No, you brought Helena Bonham Carter in.
Right, I think she'll feel less pain
Why just?
if we bomb her. It'll be quicker.
Well,
won't it?
She'll not see it coming then either. She'll be like, oh, just looking after the grandkids and we're going to make them a sandwich and...
Why can't we just not let them in? Like, it's not when you get like, yo, I'm moving house, I've been evicted, and just like get the shotgun out.
Jack was the one who originally made it violent. They made it more violent by shooting him in the head, and then now he's putting it on other people.
Well,
he's
for
like,
next
he's
season
the Hitler
then.
of the fucking Utopia
For next season then, can I have a sound of someone falling?
You're just
In my own,
Yeah.
so why not just do the... And it's like, oh, you shit, go off. Go off to
right.
life.
Do you want to welcome
I'll be
in
happy.
Helena Bonham Carter?
You're going to
Go for it. I'll go for it. She's coming in.
Announce it then. Announce it. Welcome to Utopia.
Welcome to Utopia, Helena.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yes. So it is the end of the show, boys.
It is.
Finale up next.
Episode 9
We haven't
done.
really planned anything overly incredible for the finale.
Yeah.
But if you've come this far, then thank
You
you.
might as well watch the next one. wouldn't you?
Yeah. And then you can be like, yeah, that's done. I can unsubscribe and just
Get on with me
set
life.
fire to my laptop.
Yeah, and get all this crap off it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
if
if you set fire to your laptop, it means you get a new laptop.
insurance.
There we go.
But if you have listened and watched this far, thank you very much. And
you.
don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thoughts and feelings, boys?
I've got a last word.
No, that's not what I asked.
Oh, well, I'm giving you a last word.
No, I'll come back to the last
okay
word.
Thoughts and feelings.
None
Don't
and
really have many
happy.
thoughts.
None and sad.
Generally feel happy.
Yeah. Thoughts and feelings?
Round.
Round.
For
both.
For both.
Round
yeah.
feelings,
My feelings are round,
round thoughts.
and my word is I feel pretty good.
Final words?
Bumfuzzle.
Bumfuzzle.
Final words?
Is that in the dictionary?
I don't know. I just googled random words.
Did you?
I'll tell you if it means that.
My last word would be honeysuckle.
Apparently, it refers to
Wow.
being confused or perplexed.
Isn't it? Bumfuzzle.
Okay. All right.
I'm
yeah.
always bumfuzzle.
Yeah. Good word.
Yeah.
Should we stop?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I've been Chunky T. Thank you very much for watching.
I've been Jack Magic. Stay happy.
I'm with Herman Sharpie Poon. As always, see you later.
And this has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye.
See you later.
So, there it is. Episode, what was it? Episode 9, Season 4. Yeah. Did you enjoy that, Jack?
Felt like episode 19.
Did you enjoy that, Jack?
Yeah, it's alright. I liked Sharpie being convinced that Tim Burton was
Yeah,
dead.
that was very much a lol.
Yeah. It's like, he definitely isn't, Sharpie. I'm pretty sure he's
The
not.
thing is with that as well, because obviously I've edited it recently, ready for this, and when I like watching myself on it, I was like, I'm starting to believe Sharpie. I nearly fell for it, and then I was like, hold on a minute, this is Sharpie's research, and if I'm confident that Tim Burton is still alive, maybe I should stick to my guns.
Yeah. You should just go for it.
Yeah. So, shall we just jump straight in with the wheel? Unless you've got anything you want to talk about, or you just want to head to bed, mate?
No, I'm up here. Jump straight in if you want. We can
let's
do
go.
the spin the wheel.
Yeah. That's all the names. Last orders for anybody who wants to get involved in the chat for the prize giveaway. All you got to do is say hello, blah blah blah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow our YouTube, follow our Instagram, and all that jazz. Yeah. Should we just go for it?
Yeah, let's go for it. Give it a spin.
What we've got to do? Oh yeah, click it. That's the one.
Click the centre. Still,
Spin.
you've done it that many
I know, but
weeks.
I'm tired and poorly and delirious.
Spin
That
the
wheel.
wheel. Who we got this week? Let's have a look. Who are we looking at? Oh, is it going to click over?
Carl Richardson!
Carl!
Whee!
Congratulations, Carl!
Well done, mate. You did
You
a
have
good
won a
job. You did a
prize.
good job of winning that.
Yeah, well done. You've done so good.
Yeah, proud of you, Carl.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
Yeah. Right, Jack. What has he won?
This week. It's an awesome prize this
Is
week.
it a ball of your phlegm by the sounds of it?
No, that's on the way. I think that maybe by tomorrow I'll be able to get you one of them. But this week, I hope your head gets cold at Christmas, because this year it's not. You're going to be the envy of all your Christmas friends when you wear your wonderful Christmas hat.
Is that the full title, Jack? Is that the full title?
No, would you like the full
We
title?
always want the full title.
It's got a bloody little star on the top of it and everything.
Hat, isn't it?
I'll find some shit on this.
What is the title, Jack? That's what people tune in for.
You have won a funny Christmas novelty hat, Xmas tree hat, novelty Christmas hat, fancy dress hat, funny Christmas hat costume hat, novelty fancy dress party hat, headwear, funny hat for adults and kids.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but it might be a hat.
It might be a hat, I think.
See, he's just put in the chat. Shame I won't get it before Christmas. Well, my friend, we are on guaranteed arrives before Christmas.
Woohoo!
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, anybody who has won prizes and received theirs, obviously Jack orders this off the depths of Amazon, so quite often we don't get the guarantee of when it's going to arrive.
Hey, that one's on Prime,
oh, is it?
my boy.
Fucking
yeah.
hell. Jesus Christ. Well, that membership's coming around now, mate, isn't it? Yeah, if anybody does have their prize, please do send us a photo. I need to get the actual one off Talon. I shared it to our story, but I need to get it off him so we can actually fully post it and brag about how good our prizes are. Yeah. So, are you happy, Jack?
I'm bloody marvellous, mate.
Yeah. Do you want to do... Why don't you do the spiel this week?
What, you're asking me to do the outro that I've never done in about 25 episodes?
Reminder to the social media little talk.
Oh, the spiel. Oh, that's fine. I thought you meant the outro. Why don't you just take the helm of this show quick?
No,
you've never ever done it before, and we've also not pre-discussed this at all. You do it. What?
No, I mean the thanks and all that.
Yeah. Well.
I can always do it as soon as you're dying.
Yeah. No, thank you everybody for watching. We do genuinely really appreciate everyone tuning in every week. You're being ridiculously good, getting involved and saying hello and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we give you something to laugh at every week. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, if you don't, get involved. Let us know. It's a laugh, isn't it? Make sure you
do that. Yeah, we're going to announce what we're doing for Christmas, aren't we?
We'll say what we're doing for Christmas.
Right. Right. I'll go back to the group, the group thing. Right. So, yes, that's what we was going to do, Jack. Shit.
Yes.
Fucked it up. So, on the... What date is it? The 28th of December, I think. Or might be 29th. The Thursday between Christmas and New Year, right? You won't be doing a lot. But what you will be doing is tuning into Utopia Project for a big old quiz, like we did in the lockdown, with prizes.
Man, big fat quiz of the Utopian year.
Yes. So do your research over the year, because we're going to be going January, February, March, April, and all the other months.
And all the other months.
That's as much as I know. So we're going to do a quiz, and we're going to have the guests of we're going to have guests on who are the hosts of Into the Podcast, which is Bucky and Ryan. They've recently started a podcast, so they're going to come on. Sharpie's going to come around your house, isn't he? And it's going to be...
I might even, if he's really lucky, now he's not on, I might even get Biggleswade to make an appearance.
Yes, do it, yeah.
Also, Tal and Carl, shut up!
And they're in the chat.
They're just in the chat going, Jack.
So, yes, basically, that's what we're going to be doing. So, come along for a jolly. We'll probably have a few drinky poos as well. Have a pen and paper and all that, and get involved. And that's pretty much the crack. Is there anything to add to that? Yeah. So it's going to be Utopia Project versus Into the Podcast.
Yes. We'll do a fun little quiz. That should be fun. Tal has put in the chat what's for dinner. We neglected the dinner chat. Did you have Chinese or pizza?
I love that's it. Option A or option B. Do you know what? I'm going to throw the biggest curveball ever in.
Fuck off.
Right. I mean, I probably will end up ordering something because...
I bet it was brown in colour, whatever it was.
I had a late lunch / early tea, and I had a big old plate of eggy bread.
Eggy
Yes.
bread. Fuck, I
It
forgot
is the
about eggy
weather
bread.
for eggy bread, mate. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's still beige.
should've-
Bit of salt on there, bit of
should've-
ketchup. Jessica's.
Yeah. Should have do some eggy bread. I had chippy tea
Yeah,
again.
chippy tea again. God,
Chippy
you know
tea,
what,
but
mate? Your
from-
problem is you always have the same stuff all the time.
I know. I had chippy tea again because I'm poorly sick. Just before I finished work, I was like, I cannot be asked to cook, so I just messaged Amy and went, chippy tea, and she replied with, "You read my mind, Mr. Thorne." I was like, hey. But yesterday, fancy, I did make myself first ever. It's one of the things. I've always seen it, never had it.
Before you start, right?
Yeah.
Because I know what you have for tea. Could you stop that? That'd be good. If you could just stop that a minute. Yeah? Shut your mouth for a second. Shut your mouth for a second. I was playing Rocket League with you last night. And I haven't got a problem with Rocket League. My problem with Rocket League is I don't play enough Rocket League.
Yeah.
And you was saying about what you was having for tea. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
nipped off to have your tea. And we all agreed that we was so glad we weren't having what you were having for tea. It was like, imagine if you were poorly and like been a long day at work, you've been cold and all that, and you get home and you have what you had for tea. That was your choice.
Why not?
You're an adult and you chose to
Yeah.
have what you have for tea.
None of this bought from a tin shit as well. I made it from scratch.
But
Right?
go on, tell them.
It's one of these things,
Tell 'em.
right? I've seen it for years, and like it's one of the things I keep seeing, and every time I see it, I think that looks fucking delicious. And I made French onion soup, and I never realised what was in French onion soup, obviously other than onions.
From France.
But and France, yeah,
It's 3 parts onions, 1 part France.
one part France, yeah. I didn't realise it's essentially just gravy and onions.
Onion
Really.
gravy then, isn't it?
It's just beef
Onion
stock,
gravy.
seasoning, and onions, and you just reduce it down. And it was, to be fair, it wasn't as, whether it's how I was making it or what, it wasn't as good as I was expecting, but it was still very good because you put like a big crouton on the top and cover it in cheese. It had like a full bag of cheese in it. I think to be fair, the cheesy crouton bits were probably the best part of it, but it was very good.
So
it was very nice.
what you had was cheese on toast with gravy, and it took you ages to make.
Yeah, because I had to make it from nothing. But yeah, I was proud of myself for giving it a go. I just thought
I'll give
I'd
that.
do it on the edge.
Like you cook something, I make eggy bread. That's my cuisine.
I was proud of
skills.
myself the other day. I made me and Amy a curry and onion bhajis completely from nothing.
What
I
you
was
just
well impressed at
summoned
that.
them?
Yeah. I just knocked on the door and went, onion bhajis. And then they turned up. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was really good. And my cooking skills are getting better. We're getting there. I follow a guy on TikTok called Le Grand Chef, and he's fucking he's brilliant because he proper like teaches you how to cook, but he's like an actual chef. But it's clearly him cooking at home, whereas like I'm not doing stuff properly. This channel isn't about doing stuff properly. It's about making the most out of like actual cooking.
Yeah.
Because he's always like, oh, when people are gonna have a go at me because you need to add bay leaf here. It's like you put a bay leaf. He's like, I ain't got bay leaf.
No.
So I'm just gonna put this bit of something else in instead. He's like, I've got some of this.
insult or
That'll do. Yeah, he's just like, people are like, oh, they're cutting this and they chop it and then you chop it like that. It's like, oh, I chop it like that. Just bang it in. Stop crying about it. Grow up.
Fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, you've always been a bit of a cook anyway, haven't you? Like you've always liked.
I'll give it a go.
I'll give just for the record, because I think some people think I'm being nasty to you. I'm just on the wind up. I eat like shit, and you make nice food. So it probably was nice. But when
don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff I try and make is fucking terrible.
I mean, it's 3 words you don't really want to hear after an hard day at work, is it? French onion soup.
French onion soup. It was banging. It did sit pretty heavy on my stomach, I have to say. Eating, essentially I think when you don't feel very well, eating essentially 1.5 soft onions, some butter and some gravy.
Yeah, brown and water.
And half a bag of cheese. I have to say it didn't sit very well. No. But it tasted nice. It was good.
That's it. Try it when you ain't got a cold as well.
Yeah, try it maybe when you get better. What's just in the chat? Jess has put, "Be fancy have French toast." Is that as an alternative to eggy bread?
French toast is eggy bread, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know if French toast is just like a fancier version of it.
I thought it's just basically
know.
Neanderthals and like scum of the working class like myself go, like, what's that? Oh, it's eggy bread. Yeah, and then I think people who, like, I don't know, have got like 1 GCSE or whatever, they kind of, or more, they say French toast because they've learned things. It does sound, oh no, they've said on the chat, sweet eggy bread. Yeah, right, yeah. So it is the same, but it depends what you put on it. I've had that before, like done it like with pancakes, and like a bit of sugar or cinnamon or golden syrup and stuff like that. I've had like sweet eggy breads before. Yeah. I mean, of course I have. I mean, I must have tried golden syrup on most foods just to be sure. I think at this point in my life.
Yeah. I remember something from when we was kids. It's completely, I don't know whether it's just changed the name because it's completely uncalled for. What was gypsy toast?
It's eggy bread, but that's what
bread?
That's what Mum called it. But also, like, there's no need to call it that. I think I don't know why she called it. I
know. Was that the same thing?
Yeah, that's all it was. But she always called it gypsy toast. And I think it was just obviously, it's what the bloody gypsies eat. You know what I mean? Like,
right, like a stereotypical thing.
Yeah, it was just. Well, they don't have much. They have eggs and bread, so that's what they make in their caravans.
Do you remember when I don't know if you was there actually, when I was a kid, I went into Grandma's house and there was a picture of her in front of sat on a, like a proper Romany gypsy, like,
I know this
awesome caravan thing. And I remember asking Grandma when she used to be a gypsy, because obviously there's a picture in front of a caravan, and she had to explain to me that just because she's got a picture of her sat on a caravan doesn't mean she was a gypsy. She just liked the caravan.
Yeah, she was just at some sort of like museum or park or wherever that had one, and she went and sat at it and had a photo. That was it.
Yeah,
but you
and
for
I was
years.
Convinced, well, you got a picture near one, so you must have been a gypsy at some point. And that's how my head works, apparently.
I've got a picture of me
because everyone knows, like, if you get a picture in front of a plane, you're a pilot.
Yeah, I've got a picture of me with a dolphin. I'm not a dolphin keeper. Never.
No. If anything, you're completely the opposite.
Yeah. What? What?
Because you hate the sea.
Yeah, but I really fucking dig dolphins, man. Like, I'm about dolphins.
You dig dolphins?
I dig dolphins.
Oh.
I won't dick one. That's not nice.
I was gonna say I don't want to see this picture.
Although to be fair, dolphin fact for you: dolphins are big rapers. They're like mad.
Oh,
like,
really?
Really big on the raping. Like.
Wow, that's not fun.
No, and they'll like shag like dead seals and that, and if there's a dead fish, they'll use them like a fleshlight and that. It's fucking a bit creepy.
Jesus Christ.
But then I'm like, is that why I like them? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that the sort of?
I don't think that's why you should like them.
No. I heard a joke or something the other day. It said, did you know my job used to be shaving dolphins? And then I'm not. This ain't gonna land very well. But and then someone said, dolphins aren't hairy. Yeah, I'm really fucking good at my job.
There you go.
I got there. Got there in the end.
Yeah, I get that. It's,
not mine.
Yeah.
My stand-up show's next week, by the way. If anyone's.
I'd cancel it if I was you. Oh, we've got all the dolphin facts in here now. Hannah said dolphins are also gay.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, but I think that's just dolphin hate speech. I'm not sure if that's a fact.
Oh, she just done like dolphins are gay.
Yeah.
Gay shouldn't be used as an insult, Hannah. This is a 21st century. And also, apparently, they torture pufferfish to get high off the toxins. That is not a bad thing. That is just improvise, overcome, adapt.
What do you mean?
There's not much.
What? Because they can't.
There's not
do
much
crack.
to do in the sea.
They can't do
They're
crack.
just.
So
There's not much to do in the sea. They're just finding stuff to do.
yeah.
They're just keeping themselves busy. Stop them from the raping.
I'm convinced if they could like breathe on land and like survive on land, we would be their like underlings.
Oh, definitely.
They'd like kick the shit out of us, like.
Oh, easy would.
Yeah.
I think penguins are dolphins, but not intelligent.
They're not dolphins.
They're like kind of like small dolphins, aren't they?
No, like you know how a penguin's
Yeah.
a bird.
Yeah, but it don't fly and it goes in the sea, so it's closer to a dolphin than it is a bird.
That's not how it works.
Closer to a
Is
dolphin
a
than it is a
jellyfish
bird.
like a dolphin?
Yeah, they're both in the
It
sea.
don't fly and it's in the sea. Dolphin.
Yeah, dolphin. Anything that doesn't
Hold
fly
on.
and is in the sea is a
Let me
dolphin.
just Google it. Yep, Wikipedia. Yeah, dolphins don't fly, live in sea. That's it.
That's it. That's all you need to know
Description
about
done.
dolphins. Yeah.
Hannah's put in the chat, I don't mind them being dolphins, I just don't want it forced down my throat.
Wow.
Jehovah dolphins, that's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, so who else do we want to offend? We've offended the gypsies, the dolphins, the LGBT community.
Yeah, is there anyone else want to offend this thing? It's I wouldn't class it as offending. I think we're learning. We are learning stuff.
Yeah. To be fair, we're not nasty people, so we're just having a laugh. And apologies if we do upset anybody, but get a grip.
Also,
I'm too poorly to care today.
Yeah. I've got a cold. Fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah. So should we call it a show? Or
I probably should really, shouldn't we? I was due to go to bed about 3 hours ago.
about 4 days ago.
Yeah. And now I'm just chatting shit in my garage where it's cold when I can go inside in the warm.
Yeah. All right. And yeah. So right now you can do the spiel, Jack. The yeah, there you go.
Oh, well.
That was a good announcement.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure you follow us and like us on Instagram,
TikTok,
YouTube, and TikTok, and all that shit. And yeah, really appreciate it. As you said earlier, we're close to 100 subscribers on TikTok.
YouTube.
So that'd be really great.
YouTube.
Not TikTok, YouTube. Fucking you just do it.
Hold on.
I have no idea what I'm saying.
He is drunk on poorly. Yeah, thank you very much.
I was going to sit and drink moonshine.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, and all that. We're close to 100 subscribers on YouTube, so it'd be really good. Tell your friends. And yeah, join us in a couple of weeks for the quiz. We've got one more episode next week, which is, I'll try and post it up on Instagram before as well. It's one of the list ones that we do. That's it's how to survive a zombie apocalypse with a couple of rules. So you kind of, you could always share.
Oh, so we have to bring things to the table. That's a funny one.
Yeah, that is particularly funny. Yeah, it's when Sharpie was 5 jobs ago now, probably something like that.
Yeah,
Must be
something like that.
Anyway,
it's a good. He even specifically said in that episode, "I hope I'm not at that job by the time this airs."
yes, that is a point. Yeah, because he confesses quite a lot in that. No.
Yeah. Lucky he's not in that job anymore, so fuck him.
Right.
Also, just quickly,
Oh, for God's sake.
Talon's complaining because his fact was overlooked.
Oh, here we go.
And he said dolphins also don't like it when you finger their blowholes.
And
he said
I would beg to differ.
He said his dolphin fact was overlooked and he studied really hard for that. I'm assuming that I've just seen Carl's voice report. Talon Bulls banned from SeaWorld. How you found that, I would not like to know.
No. Search history.
Also, I think Hannah might have some questions for you.
Me?
No, for
Oh,
Tal.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, what have I done wrong now?
No.
Right. Yeah, we are actually going to go now. So thank you very much for coming
Yes,
along.
rather than just
blah,
waffling
blah,
shit.
blah, blah, blah. Like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. Yes, we'll see you next week. And then Sharpie will be back the week after and all that. So yes, Jack, any last words?
Flabbergasted.
That's a nice word. I like that one.
Yeah.
So I have been Chunky T. Thank you very much for coming along.
I've been Jack Magic. Appreciate it.
And this has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Welcome to Utopia. Please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great. Just as long as we've already let it through our gates. This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. Yet another little podcast.